Okay. What's up, ladies and bitches? It's Niah and Pepper here again for another Soup Kitchen episode 5 Baddies recap part 2.
You did great as always, Niah. Everyone, Niah. Just everyone clap for Niah. This was wonderful. Baddies part 3. There's only 5 episodes of the Soup Kitchen,
3.
and Baddies is on a part 3. Wait, it was episode 5. It's episode 5, not 4.
You know. You read the fucking title.
You read the title. You know what's going on. Okay, so last episode, we honestly, you gotta just listen to the last one if you want to follow what's happening.
Yeah,
at the
you won't know what
the
fuck is going on if you don't watch this.
I guess you'll still follow, just like if you watched a random episode of Baddies, you're still gonna follow because they're just fighting.
Yeah.
But
guess what? They're fighting again.
But we're in the middle of Krishan recording a fight.
Yeah.
Krishan Rock, Blueface's girlfriend, for anyone that isn't familiar.
She's cameraman now.
She is the cameraman, and she has decided to record after. Okay, so the whole humping situation. We'll just move on from that. We don't need to recap that right now. We already went over that in the last episode. But as the fight goes on,
well, so she's humping Razor.
Yes.
And then Razor stands up, like not even acknowledging that that's happened because, you know, she's scared. And she's still confronting Scotty from across the hallway. And then there's another POV from behind Scotty, so you can see down the hallway at Razor and behind Razor of Krishan. And then...
not of Krishan, but Krishan's holding the camera.
Yeah, well, you can see...
You can see the POV from Krishan.
Of Krishan. I'm saying... because
you get the professional shot of Krishan over there, and then it bounces over. You're right. Right. I know what you're saying now.
So
at
this point, you could see behind Scotty of Razor and Krishan.
So you know where Krishan is.
Yeah, and so you could see Krishan is now in charge of the camera again.
Yep.
And
she got it back from the DJ.
Yeah, she got it back, and she's like leaned back, recording everything. And then Razor punches, or she's trying to get Scotty, and Scotty connects with her.
Yep.
And then Razor starts running down the hallway. And I've never seen someone move so fucking fast.
But also, so just...
with
her
purpose.
Equilibrium is crazy.
Unmatched.
There is no shake to this camera because, let me remind you, she's running with this camera, still her POV. We are now looking through her POV shot.
Yes.
She's running down the hallway with Razor towards Scotty, and
in this tiny ass fucking hallway.
In a bus.
Yes.
In a bus.
Yeah.
The camera's barely shaking. It's like she has that bitch on a tripod, like on a
literally,
rolling tripod, and she's running with it.
I'm telling you, she's recording Titanic.
It is insane.
It's
and
so
she
good.
runs down the entire hall, and like the hall is long, especially for a bus.
Yeah.
But it seems like she's running forever. The shot's great, and she's just, I don't know. The way she follows it is one of the greatest things I've ever seen.
But my favorite thing is her face of the POV behind Scotty, when you can see Krishan get up.
Yeah.
When she realizes a fight is happening, the way she gets up is just with pure purpose in her soul.
Yes.
You know?
Yeah.
It's so fucking good. And then the POV from Krishan is just so smooth and
then every time you see her too, because it'll go back to the professional shots, and she's in the fight basically like, I saw a few times where I'm pretty sure someone punched her in the face, and she's still just holding the camera and smiling.
And,
like,
and
she
then
doesn't
the
give a
POV
shit.
from that shot is so smooth as fuck.
It's like above her, like she's getting like above everyone because she's in the fight basically.
She doesn't
she's
give a fuck.
She's not even throwing hands. She's just letting herself get hit, but she's holding the camera right above herself.
For the content.
Yeah.
And
this
that's
isn't
why
even
it's
her
so
content.
good. Exactly.
This isn't even her content. She just has fun with it.
That's why it's so good, is because any other cameraman is trying to get out of security guard's way and trying not to get hit. She don't give a fuck.
She'll get punched in the face just because she's like, yeah, this is going to be a good-ass shot.
I mean, what's it going to do? It's like a gust of wind on her.
Honestly.
She built different.
It was amazing. I was crying laughing during this entire thing. That's definitely the best episode of this entire season. I'm going to go ahead and say it.
That's when you were like, I'm going to start taking notes. Because this is my favorite thing I've ever fucking seen.
Yes. It was pretty great. Okay, so what happens after that whole brawl?
So they go to the next house.
Uh-huh. Which house was this? Out of Arizona? They go somewhere else?
Or are they barely at the fucking house? No.
I feel like they're barely getting to Arizona.
No. Okay,
No?
no. The first place wasn't them getting to Arizona. It was their first landing mission.
Okay.
When everyone's getting into all the fights. When Krishan fights Lil London and Stunna fights Biggie, Natalie, and Rolly.
Uh-huh.
That's just their first place. So on the way to Arizona, I think is when the fight between Scotty and Razor happens.
Okay.
So now they're at the house in Arizona.
Okay.
And then Stunna is outside with Biggie yelling because, Stunna and her friend Kat, you could tell.
Miss Cat.
Kat is the one that's following Stunna everywhere.
Yeah.
And you could tell she wants no part of this shit.
Yeah.
You could tell she's just like, please, bitch.
She's doing her own thing,
Stop.
really.
No, she's like following. Well, because they are making Stunna be separate. Yeah. They're making Stunna go separately everywhere from the rest of the group. And Kat goes with her everywhere. And so.
I didn't follow all that.
Okay, well, yeah. So Kat is basically being like, okay, Stunna, you and Biggie need to like just talk it out and like squash everything. And Stunna agrees, surprisingly.
I woke up when they started talking to each other, but I didn't know why or what their issues were.
Yeah, well,
previously.
It was Kat who is just, you could tell she's just like, please, I just want to like have fun with everyone. Like, stop this shit. So she's trying to make her like squash things with Biggie. And so Stunna does. She meets up with Biggie, and Biggie's outside smoking like the fucking Godfather, like already on some weird shit. And like
they do keep calling her Scarface.
Yeah, and you could tell she just wants to fight immediately.
Okay,
and there was
but
like
here's
no
the thing.
point
Wait.
to squashing the beef.
You know what I just realized? The whole last episode, we didn't mention once how fucking annoying Biggie is.
God.
The worst person in the world. And you know what? This actually tracks. You know, in the first episode of the Soup Kitchen,
Yeah.
me and Tough Guy were talking all about how much we hate Rhode Island.
Full circle.
That's what the whole first episode's about.
Full circle.
Biggie is a Rhode Island native and won't shut the fuck up about it.
And
he's
she's
like, oh, did you
Latina.
know that Rhode Island is the smallest state in all of the United States?
That's exactly how she sounds.
She is so fucking annoying. And then she's like, oh, guarale, puto. Guarale. Come on, fool. You want to come around
The
here?
fact that
I'm
you're
Dominican,
so
fool.
close, and I know you're going as deep as you fucking can right now. And she's still deeper than you.
Dude. It's crazy.
I know you reached into the bottom of your fucking nuts for that deep of your voice. And she's still fucking deeper than that.
It's insane. Biggie is the most annoying person I ever dealt with on TV in the world, probably.
Before you even watched it, Alyssa told you about Biggie and how fucking annoying she was.
She was telling me all about. She was like, "Dude, Biggie is the fucking worst." And I told her, I was like, "Hey, I watched that one episode, and I didn't see much of Biggie. It was episode 9, where Krishan is fighting Natalie or slaps Natalie and whatnot." And she's like, "Ooh, you gonna hit me back?" By the way, anyone who was listening in the first part, this is that season. Now that we're in part 3.
Yeah, we're here now.
But yeah, she told me, she was like, dude, Biggie sucks. She's speaking Spanish all the time. She was like, I get it. You speak Spanish. And at first I was like, well, what's the issue with that? Like, I didn't think it was that big of an issue. And then I watched it and I went, oh, I get it now.
Bitch,
I don't want to ever
you were
listen.
Asleep for at least 6 of those fucking episodes, and I had to deal with it.
But hold on, that's the thing. I woke up 6, 7 episodes later, and I was still done with it immediately. I don't want to ever hear anyone speak Spanish again after listening to Biggie.
I didn't write it down, so I don't know when it happened, but Stunna, I think it was at that dinner when they were yelling. Stunna was telling Biggie, you don't even talk like that, bitch. It's only when the fucking camera's on, all of a sudden you're speaking Spanish, and you make everyone think that that's what you do all the time. You never fucking speak Spanish when the cameras are off.
That makes perfect sense.
I was like, yeah, I
because
fucking
that's what it sounded like. We said that earlier. Like, before I even passed out, we were like, this isn't real.
Because I was thinking, even like full Mexican bitches wouldn't be fucking doing that on the season.
Yeah.
Just
Not in, like
Spanglish 24/7.
And they might, but not in the way she did it.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Like that's just the thing. Like, and you'd have to watch to understand because it's like such a weird nuance.
It properly.
It sounds like some bullshit, but then when you watch, you'll go, "Oh, okay,
yeah,
all right."
Because I don't know what the fuck it is. But the way she does it, it's like, come on, bitch.
You could just tell she's putting on a show. Like, it's not
100%.
I mean, what you said, like what Stunna said, like she's putting on a show. It's not what she does.
You could tell. It's so fucking obvious.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, I understand. It's clear you can speak Spanish.
You can speak Spanish. You understand the Spanish language, it seems.
Yes.
At least from what we can tell. But then again, at the same time, I don't think anyone ever speaks Spanish back to her, so...
Never.
Someone
Everyone's
translate,
like, yeah, whatever
know what
she
she's
said.
saying.
And no, they never even put like captions of what she said. Because the first few times she did it, I was like, oh, they're going to translate. There was never a translation.
No.
Ever.
Maybe if we put subtitles on there would have been. I don't know.
I know because usually when you're watching it in English, they'll put Spanish subtitles if someone speaks Spanish.
Yeah.
They never do that for her.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know how to explain it, but the way she does it,
it rubs you the wrong way.
Yeah.
So Biggie is fucking annoying.
Annoying as fuck.
I
So
really loved watching her get her chain snatched.
Yeah. So
we'll get to that.
Yeah. So as soon as Stunna walks up, Biggie's already being annoying as fuck, as usual. And she basically says like "fuck you," and Stunna goes like, "No, fuck you," and then Biggie sneaks her.
They're talking pretty calmly for a while, and actually, even for Stunna, that was kind of off.
Exactly.
You know,
That's what I'm saying.
This is the one time Stunna was actually trying to have a conversation.
Yeah.
So actually, you know what? I'm on her side again.
Yes.
Because she was just trying to have a conversation this time, and then Biggie punched her.
Yeah. And it was when
the
Stunna
producer
Girl was
came up,
looking away.
The producer came up to fix her mic.
Yeah.
And she looked away to like get her mic fixed, and then Biggie punched her.
Yep.
So honestly, I don't know. Like, then again, I don't even care about Stunna pulling her hair because
the last 2 seasons, or so this whole season up to this point, and the auditions and Baddies South, I was saying, why don't they fucking let them fight? Because they'll let them fight for a second and then hold them back, and you could tell they want to fucking fight again, and there's no way to resolve it without letting them just fight again for a fucking second.
It's like when you're in school. Like, I remember when I was, like, beefing with this one kid with spiky hair all the time in, like, middle school, and then, like, it got out, like, not even, like, no one said anything. Like, someone just saw it happen, and then it got out to, like, the principal and whatnot, and then the parent, my dad and whatnot, he was just like, well, what happened? I was like, well, I've been beefing with this kid, blah, blah, blah. And then it got to, like, the principal and all that. They were just like, well, we gotta do this, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, no. We're either going to fight and it's going to be over or it's not over. I was like, I remember literally sitting there looking at the principal. I was like, brother, you don't get it. This is my everyday. Like, I'm dealing with this consistently. You think you're going to talk to him and it's going to be fine? I was like, no. But then that was a whole thing. And I think I've told this story before, but I guess just for people that haven't heard, I'll tell it again. I remember he walked up to me one time when I was with, I think, my friend Richard at the time. He walked up and he was like, hey, bitch, this is that, blah, blah, blah. And then he, like, pushed me, and I punched him in the chest, and, like, he lost his wind. You know, like, the wind. And he was like... and then, like, he ran away, basically. Like, I want to say walked away, but...
I would have been like, I killed him.
He, like, basically, he, like, ran away, like, with his friends, because he had, like, 2 of his friends with him, the ones that were always, like, bullying me with him. And then they ran away, and then later,
you know when a cat's gonna die and it hides from you? That's what I would have thought.
Like that fucking meme where it's like... So, and then he comes back up to us later, like, I'm actively telling the story, like, me and my friend Richard, we're telling the story to our friend Miguel at, like, I think, like, PE or maybe a passing period or some shit like that. We're at the PE area. I don't know if it was PE or passing period. Doesn't matter. But I'm telling it to him, and then he walks up with his buds. He was like, hey, what'd you bitch out earlier? And then, before I even turned, my friend Richard turned over and he was like, what? He was like, wait a second. We were all here because he came up with his 2 friends that were bullying me.
You ran and hid like a cat dying.
And it was the 2 friends that saw it happen, and they were just sitting in the back. They were like his boys, and they were like, yeah, yeah. And Richard was like, what the fuck are you talking about? That's not what happened.
You dying fucking cat.
And then he was like, oh, what's up, blah, blah, blah. And then the bell rang. So it was like, all right, we had to go to class. And then my friend Miguel, who wasn't even a part of this, like, he was not a part of this whole situation. He was just like the bystander to it. Like, you know, we were like talking about it, but like he was just there. He stood up, and then the bully dude, like, who was like fucking with me, the dude with spiky hair, he pushed Miguel down, and Miguel was like, he's this quiet dude, but he's fucking awesome, and like, he's just like, don't fuck with him, basically.
Yeah.
He was always like, he wore his hood all the time back in middle school, but then he also had this backpack. But he was the kid that kept all of his books in his backpack, like all of his thick ass books. Like, remember your math book and your history book, your science book? He had all of them, and these were the hardbacks.
Yeah.
He had all of them in there. He pushes him down, spiky kid to Miguel.
Yeah.
Miguel stands up. And like, well, no. Okay, first, Miguel has this death look in his eyes. Like, I'd never seen it before at this time. I'd seen it since, after that situation. But before that, I'd never seen it. He gets this death look in his eyes, and he just looks at him. He stands up, and like in one motion, while he's standing up, he's like flipping his backpack because he was a two-strapper.
I know he was a two-strapper
for sure. Oh, dude, it was so heavy. What are you gonna do?
Exactly.
So he flips it over to the one strap real quick, and he like gets his arm. He goes. Slips it over, grabs it with the two hands, takes it off of his shoulder, and just in one motion, while he's standing up and everything, while he's switching over from the two strap to the one strap, gets up and swings it over the back of his head directly onto this kid's face.
Shut the fuck up. How was he not disfigured?
Dude, I don't know how this kid did. I'm sure he got permanent brain damage. I remember he came up.
He's the guy in Winnie the Pooh when he just smacks the face off of him.
I remember he came up to me like years later and he was like, I'm so sorry.
Oh, I bet you are.
Still had spiky hair.
With your broken fucking nose.
And he fucking smacks him in the face with this. I swear to God, that kid flew 5 feet.
His wig flies off. His spiky hair wig flies off.
And and this was the same day. This wasn't a different day. Like, he got the wind knocked out of him in the morning, and then his face ripped off. He never looked at any of us again after that day. Like, he never fucked with a single one of us.
What the fuck? That poor child.
And dude, I will never forget that moment. Like, it was so funny. Because I saw it in slow motion because I was on the side of it. The way, like, Miguel was in front of me to the left.
Yeah.
This kid was in front of me to the right. So I literally had the front row seat to it. I had the best seat in the house out of everyone there. There was like 6 of us there. I had the best seat, dude. My friend Richard, he was to the left of me, and he had a decent view.
Yeah.
I had literally the perfect shot of that backpack with 3 to 4 heavy books in it, just connecting directly to this man's face.
Hell yeah. What, 7th grade?
7th or 8th grade.
Damn.
One of those two.
Middle school's rough.
He flew. He flew.
No, nothing beats the canyon fight that I saw where the girl lost her wig and pissed herself in the same fucking fight.
I remember a fight at Canyon where this chick's titty was just flying left, right, left, right, left, right. It was like that Blueface song.
Left, right, left, right. Hey.
It was like a Zeus fight, honestly. Like, genuinely.
I feel like all canyon fights were Zeus fights.
What's funny is that, like, I think, okay, so it had to have been 7th grade because in 8th grade, I fought Richard in the locker room. Me and him weren't cool anymore.
You're done.
I think I set off a stink bomb on him and he got pissed. And then we fought. And then, yeah, it was a whole thing. And then we fought again in high school later. Like, we were just chilling. I was like, oh, okay, maybe I could hang out with this guy again. Like, we're cool now.
Where are you getting all these stink bombs, dude?
I gave you a set of stink bombs before I left,
like 30.
Yeah, I gave you a lot. Did you use any?
No, I'm scared.
Okay. They're brutal.
Because I know I'm going to have to fight someone after
Those ones
I
are
use
crazy.
One.
You do have to fight someone after you use them. That's just how they work.
It comes with a warning on the back.
A warning. Krishan Rock will show up.
She will spawn.
Next.
Okay, so we're still in the Stunna and Biggie fight.
Oh, Jesus.
Because she snatches her fucking chain.
Well, they're fighting for a while. Biggie's getting pissed because she's pulling her hair.
About. This and all the other this season and last season.
Guards,
the security guards are stopping shit so fucking fast, and I'm like, just let them get it the fuck out. And you know, Natalie's the running this shit. You'd think that she'd be like, hey, let them fight for 10 seconds and then break it up. Count to 10 and then break it up.
Yeah.
Because they're not gonna kill each other in 10 seconds, you know. But this fight, they go at it once. and then they break it up. They go at it again. They break it up. Then they let them fight.
And
I feel like at this fight, they counted to fucking 10 and then broke it up.
And they do that
they're
a couple
standing there
times.
waiting.
They did that at the beginning of South when Krishan was fucking up Persuasion.
Yeah.
They let Krishan go at her, and then, you know, every so often they'll give them like 10 to 15 seconds to fight.
Well, at this point, this is the second, and
you're right. That is the
it.
second and only time, huh?
I didn't see it again ever since. They were standing there. They let them fight for a little bit.
It's like the R rating. Like, you can only say fuck once.
Yeah. Each season you get one.
You get one.
Yeah. They let them fight for a second, and then they break it up. And during that one, Stunna rips off Biggie's chain. Biggie starts crying. I see tears down her fucking face.
I didn't realize that at first, but then you said it. You were like, she's crying because of her chain. And then I looked at it, and at that point, I saw the dried tears.
Yeah.
But they were there.
Yeah. No, before I said it, for a while, I was seeing the wet on her cheeks.
And she was saying shit too. She was like,
I don't give a fuck.
She was like, I'm a businesswoman. I don't give a fuck.
I worked hard for that fucking chain.
I worked so hard for that.
And I still don't give a fuck.
But I don't give a fuck. I
Yeah.
was like, damn, like, nah.
You're crying.
You care a lot.
Yeah, you care a lot.
You care a lot.
And as I see the tears, it cuts to Stunna
twerking on the chain.
Twerking, dangling the chain over her ass
in between her ass cheeks. Farting on the chain.
And then Caleb starts fucking dying, laughing, like, look at this bitch.
Dude, I was crying.
And then
there were tears coming out of my eyes. That was the funniest shit I ever saw. Because Biggie's just crying on one side. She's pissed. She's like, fuck you. And Stunna's like, just fucking dangling the chain in between her ass cheeks.
And then Stunna goes, yeet, and throws the chain into the fucking tree. And is like, you want your fucking chain? Climb for it, bitch.
Because you get like 3 different shots of it going back and forth between Biggie pissed and then Stunna just shaking it between her ass cheeks, and then she goes, bop, and just chucks it, and she goes, climb for it. And you see, at first I thought she just chucked it into like the yard, but then I looked and like you see it, it looks like it literally landed.
And I
in
never
the tree.
saw her with the chain again.
No, it was gone.
That's gone.
It was gone.
You think that big bitch is climbing in the fucking tree for that chain? I don't think so.
I mean, she might shake it out, but fee fi fo fum.
A bear.
Fee fi fo fum.
Oh.
For my chain, here I come.
You know what the next one is?
What?
Okay, so after that,
give me your goddamn nicotine.
After that, a bunch of them get separated and go on a PJ. And then
private jet.
Yeah. And then the other half goes on the bus. And the bus girls pull some weird shit.
I don't remember what happened on the bus. I remember the PJ.
Remember Tommie goes to Forever 21.
Oh my God. They buy a bunch of clothes. They come back and it's like, okay,
pajamas,
you got a bunch of
silk pajamas.
You got a bunch of pajamas, whatnot. And Tommie's just like, hey, we're going to vibe. We're going to have a cool day.
Yeah, we're going to have
blah,
a
blah.
girls' night. We're going to do face masks and massages and face masks.
They do face masks.
Oh, they do face masks.
Go on.
So they put their little face masks on.
Oh, we're going right into that? So they put their face masks on, and Tommie goes, hey, I have a challenge for all of you.
A challenge.
And honestly,
this bitch has been in prison for 25 years.
And look, I'm going to be honest. I've had this challenge before. The last time I had this challenge, though, I was like 15.
Yeah, me too.
Right?
Yeah. No, I went to jail when I was 19. So last time I had this challenge, I was 19 years old.
Can you imagine having this challenge at 37?
No.
38?
38.
Been in jail for how long? 23 years?
Yeah.
24 years, whatever?
Been out 3 years. She's like, hey, guys, I have a little challenge.
Let's rob a gas station on camera.
On camera?
Probably on camera in the gas station and on camera on the show.
What the fuck?
I mean, did anything happen from this? Did you look this up? Can you look this up? Well, I'll tell the rest of the story.
This is what I feel like happened. I feel like they paid for that shit. I feel like they paid for that fucking shit.
I feel the same way because I don't get it.
There's no fucking... It was so fucking dumb obvious. Bitch, I've been stealing. I stole for 10 fucking years straight.
And I don't know. The only thing I can think of is like, you know, they walk in with a camera crew and the people are like, oh, cool, this is whatever, blah, blah. It's hilarious. You know, they're filming this reality show.
You think they're not watching the people who are filming a fucking TV show?
I feel like they are. But at the same time, like, I don't know.
This is a jacket, okay? Rolly gets a big ass fucking thing and goes,
puts it directly in her jacket, and then
fuck?
just walks out.
You gotta be a little more
Okay.
slick than that.
Because we didn't even mention the challenge. The challenge is who can steal the most expensive item. I've had this challenge. You know how it ended? My friend got arrested.
Oh. I stole a crazy expensive item
And you got arrested?
No. I actually got arrested for the least expensive thing I've ever fucking done.
My friend got arrested for stealing a SpongeBob scrunchie.
That's crazy as fuck.
It's insane. Actually, not even a scrunchie. You know the like scrunchies, but for your arm? Like they were like a big thing like back in like 2011, 12.
The ones that were shaped like animals when you took them off?
No, I don't think so. They were like thick, you know. They almost just look like a scrunchie, but they would have like a design on, like embroidered on the front of it.
No.
They almost look like scrunchie. I guess not scrunchie, but just like stretchy fabric type beat.
Slap bands?
They were just they weren't slap bands. They were just a whole fabric bracelet, but they were just like really thick, like about like hand thick.
I mean, I wear those all the time, so maybe I'm just thinking of what I currently wear.
I don't know, maybe.
Maybe.
If you still wear that, you're ridiculous.
That's what Jesse
It
says.
was
He
from
says it looks
Spencer's.
like a loofah.
Kind of.
Then maybe.
Stupid. Go on.
Okay. So yeah, they robbed the store.
Yeah. And then they come back and they're like, we robbed them.
Yeah. And so while that's going on, they're having their little girls moment on the bus. And so they have their girls' day, they rob a store, they cry about COVID. And meanwhile,
Yeah, because they're like, hey, my dad died. Hey, my best friend died. All this. Like, it's getting
My
real
man
sad.
died.
It's getting like.
my man died, my dad died, my best friend died. They're all crying.
And this is when we're like, oh shit, like they're actually just like, this is the most
and
wholesome
we're like,
moment
it's
in this
because Natalie's not
in the
fucking
entire
there.
show. But it didn't take not 3 minutes after this beautiful moment, I would actually say, for them to start fucking each other up again.
No, it's because while this is happening on the PJ, Razor is telling Krishan.
Nope.
No,
Stunna.
she's telling Stunna.
Yep.
Why the fuck are you fighting?
Because Stunna is Krishan at
Biggie.
this moment. Because Krishan's gone.
Yeah.
She's still not here right now.
She's not even there. Yeah. No, you're right.
Because like I said earlier, I think it was in the last episode we recorded.
Yes.
But Krishan just leaves.
Yeah.
She leaves, and then Natalie's pissed too. Natalie's like, "Where's Krishan at? Blah blah blah." Da da da. It's like she's just hanging out with Blueface because Blueface showed up to the club with them. She left with Blueface.
You don't
She's just
think
gone
this
for
is
like.
during Crazy in Love?
It could be, but I don't think it is. I think she just left.
Because in the beginning of this season, she has the Jonathan tattoo.
You're right. Oh,
so I feel
and
like
she
it
didn't
might...
halfway through Crazy. You're right. Because she didn't have the Jonathan tattoo halfway through Crazy in Love, and then she did, and that was the same with this season, right?
So I feel like it might be towards the tail end of Crazy in Love.
Like she's overlapping.
Whatever.
She's probably recording both of them at the same time because it's just her life. Crazy in Love was just
and even
them recording
Biggie
her
was
doing
like, I
shit.
feel like she has a lot of like shows going on a night, so it's.
I
not
thought they were
just
talking about her
us.
music shows, which they probably were, but it was probably her music shows
maybe.
and maybe also the Blueface show.
Yeah, but either way, Krishan's not there, so everyone's ganging up on Stunna. So on the PJ, Razor is fucked up again. She's fucked up.
Yes.
And she starts telling Stunna Girl like, "Oh,
She's
there's
just
a time
like
and a
trying
place."
to educate her.
Yeah,
Basically,
like,
she's like, "Oh, this and that.
you don't
You
have to
shouldn't do
fight.
this. You
You
shouldn't have
shouldn't
to fight.
fight."
You're the first
And
one
Stunna's like,
fighting. Yeah.
Who the fuck are you fucking talking to?
You were the first one starting crazy problems.
Literally trying to beat the fucking
And I guess
shit.
Stunna was first, but you know what? Razor's was crazier, so she was first.
Yes, Razor's was batshit.
It
So
was ridiculous.
Like, what the fuck?
Stunna's at least made a little bit of sense.
Yes, exactly.
Like, it was, like, kind of bullshit because it was, like, you know, audition time and this, that, blah, blah, blah.
I feel like Stunna always had a reason to fight each person.
No, yeah, but...
Razor's, everyone's like, what the fuck is wrong with
Razor
you,
has
bitch?
zero reason for
Literally.
anything.
Yeah, so Razor's trying to tell Stunna, like, oh, you shouldn't have to fight. We're here to get money, da-da-da-da. And Stunna Girl's like, who the fuck are you fucking talking to, bitch? You of all fucking people is trying to tell me right now? So Stunna Girl's not listening to her at all. And
I know they're parked at some point, but are they still in the air right now, or are they parked at the...
I think they're
Like, are they
about to
landed?
fucking land.
Yeah, I think they're about to land.
Because-
And then when they start fighting, they
You know what's
just
weird that
landed,
I noticed
maybe?
too is every time a big fight breaks out, they either just got to their destination or they're about to just get to
Well,
their
because they
destination.
know there's going to be way worse than they're doing in the air, you know, but...
Yeah. But
Like, it's still a problem, but... Dude, we never even talked about Krishan on the carousel.
what carousel?
At the airport after she
Oh
pulled the
my
fire
fucking
alarm.
God.
I don't think we ever mentioned that.
That should have
in
been
any
2
of these.
fucking episodes ago.
It should have been the first thing we talked about because the beginning of Baddies South, Natalie's talking about.
Because you
She's
did
like,
talk about her pulling the thing.
I did talk about that.
Yeah,
Oh, so maybe we did mention it.
maybe.
Okay. Well, I guess since I'm mentioning it again right now,
Yeah.
Natalie's like, oh, dude, Krishan's going crazy at the airport on the way over here. Like, I don't even know what to say about this. She pulls out her phone and starts showing a video, and she's like, Krishan pulled the fire alarm, first off.
And
it's
Krishan's
like they're
walking
all...
around the airport like, why aren't we getting on the plane?
And you can tell it looked
What's
like they were
going
about
on?
to board. Like, they're in, like, you know, the
Yeah,
section
yeah,
in between.
yeah.
Like, they're already past, like,
little
ticketing
hallway.
and whatnot. They're in the
Yeah.
hallway going into the airplane.
Yeah.
And I don't know where she pulled the fire alarm. I don't know if it was before you get in there, because I don't know if there's a fire alarm in there. I guess I've never looked because I haven't had a reason
I
to
don't
pull a
want
fire
to
alarm
pull it.
in the hallway. I haven't had an emergency in the hallway going into the airplane, so maybe there's one in there. I don't know where she pulled it, but she pulled it. She's just walking by with the fucking like neck pillow around her neck, and she's like, "What's going on?" Ha ha ha. And then she's like, okay, and then look at this video, and Krishan's just on the little suitcase, fucking
on the carousel for the suitcases, laying on it like
probably the funniest shit I've ever seen in my life.
It was so fucking good. I loved it.
It's insane.
And that's what I was telling you today.
She's so free.
She's living her best fucking life, dude. I'm not mad at her.
She's living her life so much that she's smoking and drinking whatever she wants while she's pregnant.
Okay, let's not talk about that. Krishan, that's not her business.
Krishan, not my business. Don't
not my
hit
business. You can do whatever you want. You're living your best life. But I'm also say, if the baby don't make it, I'm not gonna be mad.
It might sound awful.
It sounds fucked up if you don't know who the fuck we're talking about.
Yeah.
And if you don't know all the information we've gathered into our fucking brains in the last 72 fucking hours.
I hope that if this baby's born, it goes well. Like, I want nothing more than that.
If it's born, I hope it the fucking best forever. But if it's not born, go back to where you came from and just wait a little while longer.
I mean, remember when Trisha Paytas got pregnant? We were like, oh,
fuck.
I don't know. I feel like it's doing fine now, right? Oh, no?
No.
Wait, is it not? I
I've
haven't
heard-
followed. I've been scared.
seen some Reddit shit.
What's happening? We
So-
just go into it.
All right, so basically, Moses is just watching the clock tick until he can fucking divorce her and take full custody of the baby because she's batshit.
What's she been doing?
She's just still off her fucking rocker, and she's just putting on a front for YouTube and making it seem like they're living a great life and she's a great mom, but off camera, she's absolutely fucking loony.
But, okay, so what are the highlights? Like, what is she?
I don't know specifically. I've only read one thing. It's from a reputable like source where a lot of celebrity like background gossip comes from. But basically, I think it's called like Demois or something.
Okay.
And they said that Moses is waiting until he can get alimony or whatever it's called, spousal support, whatever, so he can take the baby and then show all the proof that he has of her being like crazy to get full custody and like make his bag off of her alimony.
Well, that's kind of been the rumor like since they got together.
Exactly. But yeah, they were saying that she's not better. She's not doing good. She's like, and I don't not believe it.
I mean, yeah, I don't know. I'm not
because if it was a rumor from the
beginning,
beginning, I feel like there's a source from it. You know,
yeah,
behind every joke, there's a truth,
yeah,
and I believe it.
Okay, well, good luck.
Yeah,
good luck.
And to Krishan and Blueface's baby, good luck. Because I really had hope for her when I thought they were broken up and I saw lives of her just being like, it looked like she was just exhausted and tired and just like, and I was telling Bree, like, when I got pregnant, I was off my shit. And as soon as I got pregnant, something switched in me and I was like in mom mode and I just wanted to do the best and I was not into bad shit anymore whatsoever. So I was like, maybe that's what happened to her, you know? It happens to women all the time. No. She's back with Blueface as of today. As of 2 hours ago.
Yeah.
I seen them kissing.
Yeah.
She is pregnant. I could tell. She's fucking pregnant.
She's pregnant, for sure.
He's tweeting about women smoke weed in their third trimester. No big deal. What? Is she pregnant? I just saw her drinking. What?
Yeah.
So, you know what? Best of luck.
Yeah. And I feel like everyone commenting on their stuff just also doesn't want to get fought.
Yeah.
Because they're like, I'm so happy. This is so good. And then I saw one comment. There was a reply to one of them that was like, oh, I'm so happy this baby is going to be so great. Like, blah, 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 this, that, whatever. The reply was, why? And not WHY, just why. It had the at and everything, so it's like a long ass name, at long ass name. Why? And I was like, yeah.
No, I posted on my story, Krishan should have never met Blueface, and someone replied like, no, they're perfect.
Call them out. Drop the at. Fuck them.
No, they're perfect.
They're just trying not to get their ass beat.
Yeah, honestly.
They know that Krishan is somehow going to see your
literally
DMs
me right
them.
now. I think you guys are perfect.
You guys are great. Perfect.
You guys are in love.
Next.
Okay, no, so we're still on Razor and Stunna in the PJ.
Yes, we are.
So, yeah.
Which part are we at? Let's get to them fighting.
So, well, the fight is so quick. I don't even know if it's on camera. I don't even know if the cameramen were ready
was
for
on
the
camera,
fight.
maybe like 1 or 2 punches at most.
I don't even know if that. It's like maybe 1 or 2 seconds.
Well, no, because it goes on
fight.
for a while, and then the security do hold them a little bit far from each other, and then another 1 or 2 punches also get shown after that.
Okay.
I don't remember what happens initially, but it does happen. Because remember, there's that point where the fight starts, and they're like, we get the talking heads, and they're like, yeah, all of a sudden the fight started, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
Stunna was like, yeah, she kept trying to tell me what to do and how I should act, this, that, blah, blah, blah. She pissed me off, and then I took her frontal. And then you see
that's what I'm saying. I don't remember the fight.
I think you see a little bit of maybe a hand going toward.
That's what I'm saying. Maybe 10 seconds max of the end of the fight. I see of them getting separated, and then I don't see any hits or anything. But then I see Razor going, I'm not leaving without my wig.
There are tears coming out of her eyes for sure.
She's fucked up. The
she
plane
looks like
is
Riley
landed.
from the Boondocks.
The plane is landed, I think. They're taking Stunna Girl off, and they're about to take Razor off, and Razor's not leaving without her fucking wig.
No. I mean, she's crying for probably 15 minutes about it.
About her wig.
About her wig. She's like, nope,
girl,
bring
the plane's
me my
not
wig
leaving
right
with
now.
your fucking wig on it. You're gonna get it back.
They don't want your wig.
They don't want your fucking wig.
If we're being completely honest.
This is the only scene besides the first episode where she's wearing a blonde wig, and we're like, yeah, she fine again.
Yeah, she looks hot as hell.
Fine as fuck. You know what it is? She's got the Game of Thrones wig on.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
You do love incest.
Okay, I didn't even watch Game of Thrones, first of all.
I don't know.
Did you?
No, I hate Game of Thrones.
Oh, me too. Okay, cool.
The way you were about to be like, look, you piece of shit. And then I said I hate it. You were like, oh, okay.
No, I don't fucking watch that shit.
Yeah, no, I hate Game of Thrones. Bree tried to bully me into watching it for ever. She was like, "What? You gotta fucking watch it." And then Sean got into it. You know Sean.
Yeah.
So this sets you up perfectly because you know both of them. Bree started going in on it, and then Sean was like, "No, yeah, you gotta watch it." And then they both started going like, "No, you gotta fucking watch. You gotta watch it." And then they sat down next to me and stared at me the whole time while we were watching the first episode. And I was like, "Yeah, no, this fucking sucks.
Dude,
this is terrible."
I tried to watch the first episode so many times. Because of Bree, I can't get into it.
It's bad.
I don't give a fuck.
It's very bad because they introduce 30 characters
literally
within 5 seconds, and they're like, "Oh, this is Joey. This is
so
Honky.
Fast,
this is Vlinkle
but
Blonkle.
It's so
this
slow.
is Wait, did I say honky? Is that a bad word?
Honky?
Is honky bad? That sounds bad. No, that's like honking your horn.
Funny.
It sounds bad, right? But I was like, I don't know.
You've said worse.
I was just making like flinkles.
You've said worse.
What do I say?
You know. I'm not going to say it, but you say them on camera all the time.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
I do that. Yeah. Some people don't like it.
I know.
Oh. You say it all the time in private. I mean, if we weren't on a recording right now, you'd be saying it every other word.
Okay, let's not take it that crazy. It sounds bad.
Well, yeah, you're making it sound worse than it is.
I don't say the N-word or anything, guys.
Yeah, see, you were making it sound like the Linus. Did you see that Linus clip? Linus Tech Tips?
No.
he was like, yeah, you know, like back in the day, like that's just what people said. He was like, I used to drop the hard R all the time.
Oh, yes,
And then his
I saw
co-host
that.
was like,
What?
he was just sitting there and like you see his face, it just kind of like his eyes kind of like go up and down. He's like, oh wait.
Yeah, he's
And
like
then
processing it like, okay.
And he just lets Linus keep talking for a while because I think it was live too. I don't know if it was live or it was like, you know, just something that they put out like as is.
Yeah.
But like he's just looking at it, he's like, wait, what the fuck? What'd you just say? And then he keeps going on. Like you could tell in his mind he was just like, do I have to stop talking to this guy? Like what is happening right now?
Yes.
And it keeps going on. And then Linus just like, yeah, you know, I drop the hard R all the time. Like, you know, it was just normal. Like we all drop the hard R. And then he was like,
when did you do that?
He was like, no, I think he said, are you talking about like the N-word? Like the racial
and he's
word?
like, what's the N-word?
And then, no, because Linus is like, what? No. He's like, what are you talking about? And then he's like, the other dude goes, and this is just me over-explaining for anyone who hasn't seen this clip because it's so fucking funny. But the dude goes, I think the hard R has a very different connotation, and like people
like,
use
no,
that
like
a lot differently than what you're using it as right now. And he's like, no, like and he struggles at this point because he's like, well, how do I say it? He's like the mental, and then
he's like, no.
He was like, oh no,
Hard
no,
R
no.
means something totally
like,
different.
Wait, that's something different. And then I love when I saw that clip too, because right then and there, Linus goes, and then it cuts. Might be the funniest shit in the world. Like, and then I think the caption for that whole clip too was like, Linus might have accidentally canceled himself, like on nothing, you know. Like, anyway, I think you guys know what we're talking about now. Moving on.
Yeah. Okay. So,
Well, you said I don't say the N-word or anything, guys.
Yeah. let's not make it that.
Okay.
All right. So, the next one
Go ahead, say it.
is with Natalie and Krishan.
Oh, I meant the other thing.
No, I'm not saying that. What the fuck?
You're terrible, Niah.
Me?
Wow. Were you trying to sound like Biggie?
Me?
Okay, move on.
Okay, so I don't even know. A lot of stuff. The next like 3 episodes after that are just like bullshit filler episodes. It feels.
Was I asleep or awake for this?
I think you were fully asleep
Oh, okay.
because I finished the whole season out without you awake. I think.
Are you serious?
Yes.
I think I woke up for the last one because I was looking at it and you went, oh no, you rewinded it. Okay, just go to whatever's next, and I'll just kind of like you could fill me in.
Because we watched this episode when I got to Indiana with Krishan and Natalie.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I woke up kind of for the one after, but not at the part that you wanted me to, and then you rewound and et cetera, et cetera.
Well, we were watching the reviews or whatever, and then I showed you the last episode.
Yes.
So the next thing that happens is Natalie and Krishan on the bus, and they're like passing a bottle of Casamigos around.
We tried to buy some today.
They don't have it at
Kroger didn't have it.
That's Kroger.
That was Kroger.
They don't have it at Kroger. They don't have Casamigos at Kroger. I knew they fucking wouldn't.
Look, we went for the Kroger sushi and we were hoping there was also Casamigos.
I wasn't.
I was because we were watching a lot of Baddies. At this point, we're buying a bottle of Casamigos tomorrow. Casamigos? Casa Bonita. Move on.
Okay. So Casamigos. You're the Mexican one in this group.
I'm Spanish.
Oh, sorry. Spanish.
Sorry, I'm Dominican.
I'm Dominican.
Sorry, I'm Dominican.
I'm Biggie. I'm big Dominican, bitch.
Sorry, I'm big Dominican Guadalajara.
Oh, and at some point, Biggie's just singing Gasolina.
100%?
I don't even think she knows Spanish.
That was that point, and that's why I don't feel bad in making fun of the Spanish that she speaks, because when you said that, we were around and we were like, wait a second.
That bitch is singing Gasolina.
And I'm not convinced that wasn't what she was doing every single time. Yes, because she's speaking it. Like, she's saying she's
not singing it.
The lyrics to Gasolina.
Bruh. We're going to rewatch the whole season, and it's just going to be Gasolina lyrics.
I'm a terrible Spanish person.
Because that's the only Spanish I fucking
But I'll
know.
bring one of my Spanish friends over, and I'm going to have them translate
I don't know
everything.
Spanish, but I know every fucking word of Gasolina. And if you put
And
me
that
on a
was
show
Gasolina.
and I could pretend I'm Dominican, I'm going to sing Gasolina. Period.
Oh, you're going to say Gasolina?
I'm going to say Gasolina the whole fucking season.
Yes.
And pretend like I'm speaking Spanish. And I know what the fuck I'm talking about. And I feel like that's why they didn't add her captions. Because it's just lyrics of Gasolina. Exactly.
She starts the beginning of the song at the beginning of the season and just goes through until she finishes it. Yeah.
Someone make a mashup clip of all the Spanish.
All the Gasolina.
Yeah, all the Spanish that Biggie says, and then put it over the track of Gasolina.
Just right. Oh my God. Please do that. Come on. Please. All right, what's next? Are we still on the PJ?
No, we're done with the PJ.
Okay. Because I guess not much happened there.
No, they just kept saying PJ over and over
They said
and over.
PJ
and over
so
and
much,
over.
which sounds like just
Take
what
a
we're doing
shot.
on the episode.
Take a shot
But
every
guys,
time they say PJ.
I'm going to be so real. We said PJ less in this episode so far.
A percentage.
I'd
percentage.
say 7% max.
Max.
It's crazy.
Take a shot every time they say PJ on Baddies West. You're going to die.
You will be a cadaver by the end of
You're
the
going to
night.
have to go to fucking rehab, okay? Because you're going to be taking shots into next week.
I won't go.
All right, buddy. So Natalie and Krishan,
No.
they're taking shots of Casamigos. And you could tell Natalie's fucked up because this was for no fucking reason. And you know what? Tommie Lee.
The time.
Caleb, shut the fuck up.
Daddy thinks I'm fine.
That was. Someone clip that. Someone clip that now.
That sounds like something Krishan would say
Daddy
to Blueface.
thinks I'm fine.
Tell me
No,
Krishan wouldn't say that to
yes.
Blueface. Daddy. Wait, no, she would say, Daddy, you think I'm fine?
Jaleel, yeah.
Jaleel, yeah. I feel bad because I feel like
Daddy,
I still have the
Jaleel,
Biggie
yeah.
inflection in my head, so I gave a little bit of that to Krishan. Because Krishan has a deeper voice, but it's not Biggie. Not at all.
I don't. Besides, who? That's
Who else is Biggie? Is that what you're saying?
what other woman do you know? And I'm
Biggie
not
Smalls?
woman born
Oh, sorry.
any woman born with a vagina who has a voice as deep as fucking that.
Oh, Biggie Smalls.
Oh
Oh, wait, what?
no, we're saying the same thing.
Okay, yeah.
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 Okay. So so Natalie's fucked up because this was for no fucking reason. And this scene made me really fuck with Tommie more because are you okay?
Keep talking.
Are
This
you
is an
having a
audio
fucking
podcast.
seizure?
This is an audio podcast.
I can
Keep
fucking
talking.
see you.
Okay, well, that's not.
I'm talking
not
to
everyone
you.
can see me. Go ahead.
Okay. So Natalie and Tommie are like fucking around. Can you stop? I'm literally
Talk.
You're having a seizure. You're having a stroke.
I'm smiling.
I don't like that. Don't
'Kay.
do that anymore.
Okay.
Make the smile go away. Dead air.
Can you please talk?
No. Look at me when I'm fucking talking to you, bitch. We're talking about baddies. I'm ready to fight. You're
Please
hiding your
speak.
smile? Ew, why are you doing that?
Can we speak?
Why are you smiling, Caleb?
You're ruining this.
Don't smile. When do you smile like that? You're having a stroke, dude. Okay.
Niah, move on.
Okay, but don't smile anymore.
I'm not.
You are under your hands. Okay. So Krishan and Tommie are like, Krishan's not even doing anything with Tommie. Caleb, I'm not fucking looking at you anymore.
That's okay.
So I'm not even looking at you on the fucking screen. Okay, so Krishan is just sitting there trying to take a shot of her Casamigos with her chaser, which is Canada Dry. I can hear you moving.
Can you please
Why
speak?
are you doing this?
Can you please speak? Nia's removing my sock forcibly.
Stop doing things that you're doing.
Nia's touching me?
No, I'm not fucking touching
pulling
you.
at my clothes?
Stop.
Ew.
No.
Ew.
Stop it.
Is what you did.
Stop.
Move on.
Okay, I'm trying to talk to you,
Okay.
Caleb.
I'm trying to talk to you, Caleb.
We're ending the podcast.
Okay, let's talk about Baddies and end it. I'm trying to end it.
Okay, look at me when I talk to you, please. Makes me uncomfortable when you're smiling at people and stuff.
Okay, I'm looking at you.
Okay, so Krishan's just sitting there by herself. Ew, don't look at me like that. Oh my God. We're done. This is the last episode ever.
Well, yeah, we already knew that.
Wow. Ew.
Can you please talk to me?
Can you just not look at me like that? Krishan's just trying to sit there and she's just trying to take her shot, but she's fucked up, so she's kind of taking it slow. And she's got her Canada Dry.
Slow ride.
Oh my God. You know what? I think you're being delirious now. I think we need to go to bed. I think that's what's happening. I think you're not okay. We're almost done. It's okay. We've got like 2 points left to make.
Okay, cool.
Okay. So Krishan's trying to take her shot. Natalie's sitting next to her. You just gave me big cringe. Big cringe. I'm going to sleep after this. I hope you fucking know that.
It's okay. We're fighting up.
Can I please just get past the Canada Dry? You saw this.
Yeah.
Why are you doing that?
They don't know.
Okay. I'm not looking at you anymore. I'm saying this fucking story. So Natalie is sitting next to Krishan. I can hear you shifting in your fucking seat, bitch. Natalie, for some fucking reason, takes the Canada Dry out of Krishan's hand. And Krishan's like, what the fuck are you doing? Why are you taking my chaser? And we all know how she feels about chasers, right?
Yeah, for sure.
She don't fucking play about her chasers.
Go on.
Why are you doing that?
We're talking. She doesn't play about her chaser. She's going to beat your ass if you touch the chaser.
Okay, so Natalie takes the chaser out of her hand. And Krishan's like, I can hear your bones cracking, you old fucking bitch.
But it doesn't work. Go on.
So she takes the chaser out of her hand. And Krishan's like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, why'd you take my chaser? And Natalie's like, what are you talking about? I'm just holding it for you. And Krishan's like, you don't need to fucking hold it for me. Like, I'm taking the shot. And Tommie's like, Natalie, what are you doing? Is that her drink? Like, just give her drink back. And
she
Natalie's
was
like,
using
no.
a chaser for wine on...
No, that was Casamigos.
On Blue?
Yes.
I don't think it was on Blue.
It was.
I'm pretty sure they were drinking wine there. Are you positive?
You were on mushrooms. We were all on mushrooms.
I wasn't on mushrooms. I ate a mushroom and I fell asleep and I woke back up and I was completely sober.
Kim was like, wait, you guys, that's not wine. That's Casamigos. And even Miguel was like, oh, that is Casamigos. It was a whole bottle gone of Casamigos.
Oh.
At that dinner table.
She was drinking the Casamigos out of a wine glass and chugging it
That's
like
what
that?
I said. I was like, out of a wine glass.
That's
and
crazy.
they were like, yes, look, that whole fucking bottle of Casamigos is gone.
Okay, never mind then.
Yeah.
I thought something else was happening.
Yeah. So Tommie's like, Natalie, give her fucking chaser back. Why do I have to not look at you to finish this? This is crazy. So Tommie's like, Natalie, give her fucking drink back. Give her drink back. If that's hers and she wants it, give it back to her. And Natalie's like, no, I'm just holding it for her. And Tommie's like, if she wants it, fucking give it to her.
Yeah.
That's what she's pissed off about.
Yeah.
Give her fucking drink. And Natalie's like trying to snatch it away from Tommie. Tommie snatches it out of her fucking hand, gives it back to Krishan, and is like, what the fuck is wrong with you? If she's mad at you over that, just fucking give it back to her.
And then the whole thing's over.
Well, yeah, exactly. But then Natalie gets fucking pissed as fuck. And after Krishan's like, what the fuck is wrong with her? Like, why would she do that? And so she gets mad, goes to the other side of the fucking bus where, like, I think Rolly's over there. Is Rolly over there or?
I was asleep for this part.
Oh, okay. So on the other side of the bus is like bitches who don't want to be getting crazy. So I think it is Rolly and it's Stunna Girl and it's Kat. And I think Scotland was on, like, going back and forth at this point. And you could tell from the beginning of this scene of this bus ride that Scotland's fucked up.
Mm.
And so she's like going back and forth and she's like tripping over people and shit from the very fucking beginning. And so Natalie goes over there and then Tommie's like, what the fuck was that? Like, why is she being like that? And Krishan's like, I don't know. She's fucking weird. Like, she gets weird like that, whatever. And then Natalie goes on the other side and she goes live on Instagram.
Oh, we're back to this episode again.
Yes.
Okay.
It's this same scene.
Yeah, we could slide over this a little bit though.
Yeah, so
Didn't we talk about this in the first one?
No, barely.
Maybe not details of it. You're right. You're
just
right.
Of what
You're right.
Krishan said after.
We were talking about the theories of it.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
Yeah, and like the Natalie, like, you know, playing it all up. And blah, blah, blah. Okay, so
But,
we didn't get into the background.
Yeah,
You're right.
so she's live, like, promoting the club they're going to later that night.
Oh, because we watched this again now.
Yeah.
And we were like, okay, wait a second. She gave her a lot of warnings for that. A lot of warnings.
In episode two.
Yeah, Natalie was like, oh, every time Krishan beats someone's ass,
she warns them 3 fucking
like
times.
3 fucking times in a row.
I'm going to hit you. I'm going to hit you.
Krishan warns her 3 times. She goes, I'm going to slap you. You're ignoring me. Hey, hold up. What the fuck? Listen to me. You're ignoring me.
I'm going to hit you. I'm going to slap you. I'm going to slap you.
And Natalie keeps purposely ignoring her. And then Krishan slaps her.
But she like taps her like
It wasn't even that bad.
It was like.
She could have done way worse.
She could have fucked you up, bitch. It's your
and
big
Natalie's
ass chin.
pissed.
That's a big ass fucking target.
And then watching this again this time too, to give it a little more context than last time, when she slaps her, Natalie immediately like kind of gets like pissed, but she doesn't do anything.
No.
And then the security can tell that Krishan is like probably gonna fuck her up, so they move her back.
I don't even think they think she's about to fuck her up.
They know
she can.
Yeah,
fuck
that's
her up.
really all it is.
Yes.
So they move her back, and then Natalie immediately gets off the bus and acts like, "Oh, get her out this bus, blah 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 blah."
Get that bitch off the.
This is your security.
Bus.
You know that's not happening.
Show.
Yeah, it's your show, so that's obviously why she's not off the bus.
And Krishan is on there like, let me off the fucking bus. Let me off the bus.
But she's also just sitting there, and they make it seem like she's like not trying to get off the bus because she doesn't care that much.
Yeah.
But it's because she already knows that she can't get off the bus because security isn't going to let her go past. So she just sits down. She's like, whatever.
Yeah. So.
And that's why she ended up posting that on her Instagram and trolling and shit, because she was like, well, you weren't going to let me off the fucking bus anyway. Never post about Zeus.
Even before the security gets involved, Natalie wasn't going to fucking do shit.
No, she didn't start yelling and getting pissed off until security moved her back.
Exactly. And okay, so even during this altercation, you can hear Scotty in the back going, What was that? She goes, what was that? Did you guys see that? What happened? What was that? And then after she says that, she goes out to where Natalie is outside the bus and asks Natalie, like, what happened? And as soon as she says that, Natalie goes, don't you fucking say shit to me, and starts beating Scotty's ass, which is her best fucking friend.
Yeah.
And everyone on the fucking bus is like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Why would you do that?
Everyone watching says the same thing too. 'Cause it's like you're just beating her ass because you know you can't beat Krishan's ass.
Exactly. And even that's what Scotty says at the end. Like, you made me look like a fucking idiot because you're mad.
Yeah, she wants to look hard.
What the fuck does that have to do with me? Yes, exactly. She wants to look like she could fight people. Not Krishan.
Not Krishan, though. Okay, so what's the last episode? What's the last point?
That is, okay, so...
That's the second to last episode as of now.
Very end of that last episode, and the new episode...
There's like 2 more episodes coming, right? Maybe a couple more this season? I think so.
I don't know. But on the new episode...
I think the last episode is episode 10. I don't think we got to 12, right? Is there 12 out? Because I think that was episode 9.
No, I think that's... I don't know.
Is it late? I think that's episode 9, and the next one's 10. But I could be wrong. I could be wrong. Anyway, it doesn't matter.
So that was the very last second of that episode. And then the next episode is basically Scotty crying to Natalie, like, why would you do that? Like, you're my friend.
They have this whole conversation and whatnot. Scotty's like, that's fucked up, this, that,
yeah,
blah, blah, blah.
But the thing is, Natalie's like, oh, actually, I know why I fought you. It's because when Krishan hit me, you were laughing.
And she wasn't. You go back to the clip, and she's literally not doing anything.
Exactly. And Scotty's
she's actually
like,
on Natalie's side the whole time.
Scotty's like, I was laughing at something else. I wasn't even listening to you guys. And you can even hear me in the footage being like, what is going on? And I was like, no, on my live, you can hear you laughing in the background. And Scotty's like, that wasn't about you. I'm trying to fucking tell you that was not about you. And I was like, no, that's why I fought you. And it's like, bitch, just say you were wrong. If that's your fucking best friend, be like, that was my fucking bad. That's all Scotty's looking for.
Yeah.
You know? And she is refusing. She's just like, no, this is why I fought you. I'm going to pull up the footage and show you that you're laughing. And Scotty's like, what the fuck are you talking about? And then Krishan quits.
Oh, that's the episode where she quits, huh?
Yeah, so she quits. Everyone's like, where is she? Like, what the fuck is she doing? She's wasting our time again, da-da-da. And they FaceTime her, and Krishan's in bed. She's like, oh, I'm at home. They're like, in LA? And she's like, yeah.
I didn't even see this part.
Yeah, they all FaceTime her. They're like, what are you doing? We got to go out tonight. And she's like, I'm at home in LA. I'm not coming back. And they're like, come on, please. Just come back for one night. And Krishan goes, you know I'm not doing that. And so everyone's like stressing like, oh, she's got to come back. And Tommie goes, oh, so you're saying that basically Krishan runs this whole show, right? And that you guys are nothing without her? And they're like, oh, no, that's not what we're saying. That's not what we're saying. We're just saying like she should come back. And they're like, and Tommie's like, no, you're saying that you can't do shit without her.
Yeah.
And I was like,
which is the truth.
Period. Exactly.
It's kind of the truth.
100%.
The show's definitely not as entertaining when she's not there.
No, if there's another season and she's not on it, I'm not fucking watching it.
I'm probably not that interested.
Exactly. If she's not on it for the next few episodes, I'll watch it just to finish out the fucking season.
I'll watch it, but I'll fade out.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I'll watch it on 2x speed.
Yeah. Just fast forward to all the fight scenes.
Yeah. But if there's another season and she's not on it, I'm not watching that shit.
I'm not as interested at all. That's so fucking
so
funny.
Seeing them panic about her not being there, I was like, yeah, as you fucking should be. You guys should now realize that it's not fucking Natalie Nunn running this shit. This is not the Natalie Nunn show like she wants to fucking tell everyone it is. It's the Krishan show.
I'm really sad I didn't see that episode.
Yeah, you gotta watch it.
Of her just quitting.
Yeah, it's not even a formal quit. They just FaceTime. We're like, where are you at? She's like, at home.
Yeah.
In LA? Yeah.
That makes perfect sense.
Yeah, I went home, and she performed her song at the club and flew her ass back to fucking LA and went to sleep.
And where were they at the time?
In Arizona.
Oh, okay, so they weren't too far.
They're still in fucking Arizona.
Yeah, they're not too far. Like, that's a short flight, but still.
And okay, so in Baddies South, I feel like they went to like 9 different states.
They were moving around a lot. They're pretty much just in Arizona the whole time, right?
Yes, I didn't see them anywhere else.
And they were like, damn, Arizona was a movie. You're still in the movie.
You're on episode 10, bitch. What the fuck?
God.
Do you remember how many episodes South was?
I think like 12, 13-ish. Something around that.
I thought it was a lot more.
I think it was 12.
I thought it was like 16.
I don't think so. I think it ended around 12.
Okay.
Sounds about right to me.
Damn, so there's only 2 more fucking episodes left?
Probably.
Max?
Something around there. Yeah.
Jeez.
I had something to say about Krishan or something that happened. What was the last thing that happened? Oh, the orange juice thing. That was like what led up to her leaving, right?
God, no, that was well,
it was like right before, right?
Yeah. Well, yeah, so as soon as Natalie got off the bus,
yep, that's what it was.
She goes in the house
and
and Krishan's
back and
still
forth
on
shots.
the bus. Yes. And Natalie goes to her fridge and just starts drinking orange juice like a feral
demon, really.
I don't know how to explain that.
She's like,
I've never even seen
those videos,
toddler drink.
You know those videos of like when a bear breaks into someone's kitchen?
Yeah.
And just starts going through everything and just fucking up all the food and shit?
It's somehow worse than that.
It is.
She's in a robe.
She's pretending to be Krishan. At first, she walks over to the fridge, and you rewound it. You were like, you got to see this. You were like, were you awake for this? You said you were just looking over, just waiting for me to wake up.
When I saw the preview clip, I screamed, and I looked at you, and you were dead asleep. And I was like, okay, maybe when it comes on the next episode, he'll be awake. And when it came on, I was like screaming and looking at you, and you're still dead asleep. I'm like, fuck, I have to fucking show him this later. Because this is insane.
Yeah, Natalie grabs the orange juice out of the fridge and starts just
like a gremlin.
Pouring it all over herself. Like all over her clothes, all over her face. She's like, I'm Krishan Rock, oh, blah, blah, blah. She's like, and she's pretending, she's like, oh, Blueface, what are you doing? Pretending to be on the phone. And then
she's cracking up new orange juices.
Grabs different fluids, pours them all over her.
Opens the fridge, searching for shit, cracks open a soda,
fucking
starts
Coke,
fucking
and like
pouring it on herself.
So at this point, she has orange juice and like milk and like soda just all over herself, all over her clothes.
That bitch mad sticky.
Spraying it everywhere, so it's all over the kitchen, all over everything.
That's how I can. She's spraying it on herself. She's spraying orange juice on her body, all over the kitchen.
And she's trying to like make a point, just like, oh, this is what Krishan Rock does all the time. This is what you're doing
she'll be
right
feral
now.
And be like, what is that? What are you doing? I don't care what point I'm trying to make. I'm not about to make a mess and waste my food like that. That's nuts. You have to clean that shit afterwards. You ever been so mad you throw something and then you realize you have to pick it up
and you're
later?
like, oh, fuck. I've done that like one time with like each thing that I've had to do. You know, like you got like, you throw one thing, you like maybe break something or whatever the fuck, and then you're like, oh, fucking shit. And then you just feel dumb after. How do
Cleaning up your fucking
How old
mess?
is Natalie? 70 years old? Like, what are you talking about? She's done this how many times?
Dude.
It's insane.
Yeah, so she's just being feral all over her kitchen.
I'm sure that's why Krishan left. She probably saw that and was like, you know what?
What the fuck?
Because they cut back to Krishan like kind of opening cabinets and throwing shit around, and it is kind of similar, but it's not even.
After the orange juice, they bring Krishan into the living room, and you can hear like Natalie screaming, and Krishan's like, "I'm right here. You're talking about me. I'm right here."
Yeah.
But there's like 3 security guards in the doorway,
basically just blocking the entrance.
Yeah. And so Natalie's like, "Oh, get up, bitch. No one's blocking you. No one's holding you back." And she's like, I'm not going to get through the security. We already fucking know that. So why am I going to get up and waste my breath and shit? And Natalie's like, you're fired, bitch. Da, da, da.
She's always saying that. You're fired. You're fired.
This is my fucking show.
I hate Natalie.
It shouldn't be.
It should not at all. It should be Krishan's show.
It is.
If we took a vote, if every single Zues watcher took a vote, I can guarantee every single, it'd be like a 99 to 1.
100%, dude.
So, is that everything? That's everything, right?
Yeah, for now.
Yeah.
Until the next fucking couple episodes come out.
Yeah, apparently. So that was part 3 of Baddies. Wow.
I watched that all today.
Yeah.
I did all that today.
Yeah, that was all today.
And each episode is like 50 minutes.
I was laying on the couch for all of that today. I wasn't awake for all of it.
What did I watch? 50 fucking hours of that shit? 5? No, I watched it from 3 o'clock until 9 o'clock.
So about 6 hours.
Jesus Christ.
About 6 hours of Baddies.
And I watched a couple.
I watched
like 4 episodes last night.
Yeah.
And then I watched the rest today.
Yeah. Yeah. It's been a lot of Baddies getting taken in.
Yeah. I flew all the way to Indiana just to watch Baddies.
Yeah, I knew that was going to happen anyway. If you guys like the show, Instagram at Horror Soup, Twitter at Horror Soup Sucks. You can email horrorsoup@yahoo.com with, I don't know, whatever. And I do Letterboxd movie reviews at Horror Soup Caleb. Niah's Instagram is at Not Yo Girlfriend. And yeah, until next time, this is probably the last time you'll hear Niah on the Soup Kitchen for a little bit. But unless we do one tomorrow on more Baddies or something else, or we'll see what happens. But
all right.
This is probably Niah. You know what to do. Entertain the people.
All right. Caleb's Ass Cracks is out, and we're gonna go upstairs and watch Baddies Atlanta. Peace out from the OG Lima Bean baby.